The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. Summaries of Chapter 12 to 14. Chapter 12. Concerning various kinds of troops, and especially mercenaries. 2 essential components of a strong state. 1 good laws and 2 good armies. Good laws cannot exist without good armies. However, the presence of a good army indicates presence of good laws. There are 3 types of armies: 1 the prince's own troops, 2 mercenary troops, and 3 auxiliary troops. Mercenary and auxiliary troops are useless and dangerous. Mercenaries are more concerned with increasing their own prestige and status than with taking risks. Mercenary commanders are either skilled or unskilled. Unskilled commanders are worthless, while skilled commanders cannot be trusted to suppress their own ambition. Chapter 13. Concerning auxiliary, mixed and native forces. Auxiliary troops are borrowed from a more powerful state. The use of auxiliary troops places the prince in a no-win situation. If auxiliaries fail, he is defenseless. If they succeed, he owes his victory to another's power. Lastly, auxiliary troops' primarily loyalty is to another ruler, and thus may pose an even more dangerous threat to the prince than mercenaries. The use of auxiliaries and mercenaries is effective during prosperous times, but in times of adversity, it can be a perilous liability. Chapter 14. A prince's concern in military matters. If the prince does not command his own native troops, the principality can never be secured. A prince must have no other objective, no other thought, nor take up any profession but that of war. Ideally, the prince spends all of his time studying the art of war, train his body to hardships, learn to hunt, study geography, read history, and study great leaders. A prince must prepare rigorously during peace to be well prepared for war. Analysis of Chapter 12 to 14. Machiavelli advocates that the prince must command a strong army, as the presence of sound military forces indicates sound laws. Machiavelli emphasized the prince's self-reliance and the use of loyal internal troops, rather than mercenaries or auxiliaries. Warcraft is multifaceted, involving not only the expansion of the state by conquering neighbors, but also international diplomacy, domestic politics, tactical strategy, geographic mastery, and historical analysis. To be adequately ready to defend his state, the prince ought to read history, reflect the deeds of outstanding men, examine great leaders' victories and defeats, and emulate the former and avoid the latter. Machiavelli's ideal prince does not equally value politics, philosophy, and art, but one who focuses exclusively on military strength in defense of the state he governs.